Network Entertainment.
Meet the Press podcast for the best in entertainment features four of the most respected and formidable media journalists: Marinel Cruz of the Philippine Daily Inquirer, Bobby Requintina of Manila Bulletin, Natalie Tamada of the Philippine Star, and Noel Ferrer of PEP, Malaya, and Radio Karipunan. Listen in on interviews with newsmakers as these four hosts dissect entertainment news to clear the ground for a better and more progressive Philippine entertainment industry.
Welcome to another episode of Meet the Press. I'm Noel Ferrer with...
This is Marinel Cruz of Inquirer.
Natalie Tumada of the Philippine Star.
And Robert Requintina of the Manila Bulletin.
And today we'll have one of the newsmakers of the year 2025, an industry leader and someone we look up to as an actor and a citizen, a Filipino citizen, Ding Dong Dantes. Hello, Dong. Maraming salamat. We've waited for you here in Meet the Press. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ang bagong taon?
Happy New Year, Kuya Noel. Kuya Noel, I'm Marinel, kay Bob, and Natalie. Eto, kababalik lang from actually, it's an extended holiday trip. So, nakapahinga ng konti. Pero higit sa lahat, ang pinaka-importante doon yung oras spent with the family. Kasi ito yung panahon na hindi namin sila nakasama exactly around the same time last year because we were so busy, di ba, promoting the movie and being part of the festival. So, bawi talaga this year.
At major bawi yun, di ba, Bobby? Go, Bobby. You have a series of questions.
Yes, okay. Una, Happy New Year, Ding Dong, and thank you for gracing our podcast. Walang duda, you're still one of the new newsmakers for 2024. So, how would you sum up the past year?
Oh, okay. The past year, parang feeling ko ang mahaba yung naging effect nung film festival nung December kasi syempre, yung award season, lahat pumasok yan ng 2024. Pero in terms of workload, naging very smooth naman. Kumbaga, it wasn't as loaded as it was the year before. And but syempre, either way, very very grateful ako na still may opportunity pa rin, 'di ba, to work and to give entertainment through, of course, Family Feud, Amazing Earth, and The Voice Kids. Nagawa pa namin yung The Voice Kids. Imagine that. And isa sa pinaka-highlight din na nangyari sa akin last year ay natapos namin yung pelikula namin with Ma'am Charo. This is something that we are very excited about. Na gusto na namin i-share sa maraming tao. Hopefully very very soon. So to sum up 2024, I think it was very very smooth. Mas nagkaroon ako ng time to really maybe process everything, absorb yung mga nangyayari at kung ano pa yung gusto kong gawin in the future. So, yeah, I think I'm very much prepared for what's next.
2025. So, busy ka pa din for 2025. So, ano pa yung mga gusto mong ipagpasalamat sa career? Wala nang problema eh. Pero other things na gusto mo pang ipagpasalamat?
Well, syempre, unang-una, kalusugan ng pamilya, di ba? Yan talaga. Unang-una talaga, pamilya, mga mahal sa buhay, mga kaibigan kayo, di ba? Siyempre, araw-araw, kailangan pagpasalamat natin. It's something that we shouldn't take for granted. Yung kaligtasan natin, what's happening right now in the United States. Yung grabe yung hagupit ng kalikasan, hindi na talaga natin. Ito yung mga bagay na hindi natin makontrol. So, yun, pagpapasalamat natin yun. At the same time, pagdasal natin yung siyempre, yung mga nagiging biktima nito. Second, I'm grateful for, of course, for work. Pero higit sa lahat, siguro, papasalamat din ako na, in the context of what's happening in the industry, na mabilis ang nagiging movements natin as an industry. There are many things happening and they are happening very, very fast.
Yeah. No, ewan ko napapansin mo to, no? Ang daming lumalabas ng reels ng episode mo ng Family Feud. At talagang fans are sharing it. Napapansin mo yun? Sometimes
Oo,
and watch talaga yung ibang English, nakakaaliw.
alam nyo, parang bawat episode, merong kahit 30 seconds ka na pwedeng mapulot doon na kahit paulit-ulit mong
Correct.
panoorin, maaaliw ka talaga. Ewan ko lang, si Kuya Noel, kung babalik pa siya. Kasi maganda naman yung mga sagot niya, so walang problema.
With this team probably, pero sana hindi kami papahiya sa'yo.
Oh, ayan. Dapat. Ito, bagong composition ito.
So, Dong, how are your kids enjoying Family Feud and Amazing Earth?
Oh, Family Feud talagang,
Yes,
yun
yeah,
feeling
Sixto.
ko yun yung magiging anchor ng memory nila of me for a very very long time kasi growing up syempre ito yung nakikita nila sa akin. Imagine pangatlong taon na namin ito, tapos tuwing aalis ako ng bahay syempre sasabihin, oh, saan ka pupunta? Family Feud. Tapos binibisita nila ako minsan doon. So yun yung feeling ko magiging tatatak sa kanila. Amazing Earth, syempre it's a very educational show. Minsan talagang pag ginagawa ko yung voiceovers ko sa bahay, nakikinig sila, oh wow, talaga na-amaze sila dahil suddenly meron akong animated voiceover. Sabi, ba't ganyan mo? Why you talk like that, man? Kasi siyempre, kailangan nagkikwento ka, di ba? Parang medyo animated ng konti. So, ayun.
And then The Voice, of course. So in The Voice.
Lalo na yung The Voice. Nako, siyempre bilang The Voice Kids, kinikwento ko sa kanila kung sino-sino yung mga nandun kasi yung iba doon kaedad ng anak ko, tapos tingnan mo to, ang galing kumanta, tapos pinapanood namin sa YouTube, tapos amazed na amazed sila. Yung iba gusto pang makilala sila. Unfortunately, hindi lang sila nakasama ng grand finals, pero siguro kung magkaroon ng part 2, bakit hindi? Baka pwede ko na silang imbitahan manood as an audience.
Okay. Noel?
Nesty here has questions about your anniversary. I think you're able to talk to her about it also.
Yeah. As in buti na lang, pasensya na, hindi ko na nahabol yung huling
okay lang.
Sa tanong mo.
Oo, ang gusto ko kay Dong kasi naka-time pa rin yung sumagot sa tanong natin. I mean, very responsive, and appreciate namin yon lagi kasi always talaga you answer our questions. Yun na nga, back to your 10th anniversary, 'di ba? Imagine 10 years. So ang ganda din ng year-ender mo for 2024. 10 years married with Marian. Ano ba yung feeling ng pagiging 10 years married na?
Well, alam mo, sa totoo lang, parang hindi rin namin naramdaman na ganun siya kabilis, na 10 taon na pala. Kasi isip mo, dalawa doon sa 10 yun, pandemic So alam mo lang, mabilis nangyari lahat yon. Pero yung kasukatan talaga ay sa kids kasi sila yung measurement, kumbaga barometer, nakikita mo paano sila lumalaki, gaano na sila kalaki, para kaya nga yung photo namin nung 10 years before, and tapos yung before and after namin, biglang nandun na sila, at hindi lang sila maliliit, yung eldest namin medyo halos humahabo na sa tangkad ni Marian. So yun talaga, parang wow, eto na yung nangyari pagkatapos ng 10 years, and we're just thankful, 'di ba? I mean, sa lahat ng mga nagawa namin together. Kasi syempre hindi madali, 'di ba? Sa kahit anong relationship, kahit anong pamilya, may mga struggles siya, may challenges, but the fact that we're still together, it means that sige lang, gawin lang namin yung ginagawa namin and improve on our relationship as time goes by.
Anong sabi ni Zia and Sixto while the ceremony was going on?
Kasi sila parang nakatulala, parang anong nangyayari dito. So, it was a simple ceremony, nag-blessing lang yung pare, 'di ba? Parang he just prayed over us, and then tapos konting prayer, tapos nakikita nga nila na ano nangyayari dito. Ito yung parang wedding na nangyari before. So they were very amazed. Pero syempre, yung itsura nila, yung mukha nila, yun yung priceless para sa amin, kasi talagang na-appreciate talaga nila yung moment na yun, especially na kaming apat lang yun nandun. Well, plus of course, yung sabi ko nga, may sister helped us out dahil sa simbahan, dahil hindi naman siya scheduled thing dahil may mga wedding in between. So tinanong namin, ano ba yung walang schedule. So ito yung pwede. Tara, punta tayo. Tapos kino-coordinate namin dun sa sa parish priest, of course. And yun, buti na nagawa naman namin.
And nakwento mo nga dong, yung flowers pala ni Maria, no?
Oo. So papunta na kami, sabi ko, dapat kasi wala na yung mga lakad-lakad, ganun talagang blessing. Sabi ko, nandun na, wala naman. Tara kungyari para at least, di ba? Pati yung kids may experience nila. Paano yung wala akong flowers? Oo nga. Lakas ng ulan nun. At saka yung window namin sa simbahan, 20 minutes lang talaga. Wala na kaming mapuntahang flower shop. Buti na lang the night before, may isang event sila doon sa simbahan. Nakalimutan ko na kung ano sinabi ni Father. Tapos ang daming bulaklak na gaganda. Sabi na, Father, baka naman pwedeng makahingi ng konti dyan. At least puti pa.
No, last question about the
Yes.
wedding ceremony. Kasi prior to yun nga, nag-interview kami sa'yo. Okay, yun nga dong, kwento nga ni Marian. Although hindi naman niya sinabi, ni-reveal sa amin. Pero parang she was saying na it was really your idea na to celebrate your 10th anniversary. I mean, sabi nga niya, na-surprise kami. Sabi niya, may pagka-sentimental actually yung asawa ko.
Hindi naman. Kasi isipin mo, every year nagse-celebrate ang mga couples ng anniversary, di ba? Although, syempre, kanya-kanyang paraan ng pag-celebrate yan. Para sa akin, milestone kasi yung 10 taon. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman natin alam kung bukas nandito pa tayo, di ba? But we just want to really celebrate every day, every moment. What more every decade, di ba? Every decade of having a family. So, para sa akin, regardless kung anong klaseng paraan, ano lang natin, di ba? Parang i-acknowledge lang natin na, mabot tayo, okay tayo dito. More than the celebration, it is also an opportunity for us to honor the people who helped us, diba, along the way. Lahat ng mga nakasama namin sa journey ng relationship na to, yung in-laws ko, magulang ko, pamilya namin, mga kaibigan, diba? So, celebrate tayo with them. Kaya originally yung plano nun ay mas, medyo mas malaking seremonya, pero sabi namin, hindi na kailangan yun. Ito na lang, sapat na, higit pa. Diba? And then we'll just have pockets of celebrations with friends, family, para mas intimate.
Okay. Since nag-appear si Sixto kanina, my last question for myself, yung kids mo, like Zia, parang she won the Breakthrough Artist Performance, was it the Breakthrough Performance Award?
In Aliw.
Sa Aliw.
So, parang nagpapakita na sila ng dong,
inclinations.
Inclinations, artistic inclinations.
Si Zia naman, mahilig talaga siya kumanta. So, kaya namin siya pinasok doon sa school na yun ni Teacher Jade, ni Coach Jade. And yung performance niya dun sa recital na yun, choice niya yun kasi pinapapili siyempre yung mga estudyante, gusto niyo bang mag-perform. So siya yung nagsabi na yes, alam niya na may stage, and sinuportahan namin yun. Kaya nung time na yun, nandun yung mga Tiga-Aliw Awards yata, kaya dun siya nakita. And after nun, syempre, ang tanong ay pagpapatuloy ba niya yun? Syempre, as parents, yung guidance namin sa kanya hindi mawawala. Syempre, nandito kami to support her. Kung yun ang gusto niya, we're here to support and also protect her, di ba? Kasi alam namin yung industry, what to do and what not to do. In terms of entering the business, again, parati kong sinasabi, it will be her choice pagdating ng panahon. And basta ang mahalaga ngayon is that we present her with her options and guide her accordingly.
Thank you.
Go, Marinel.
Hi Dong. Thank you.
Hello.
Saying yes to this interview. So yun nga kasi 'di ba with Bobby, you discussed yung pagiging TV personality mo, and then pag kay Natalie naman yung pagiging family man mo. Ngayon parang you do other things naman like being a film actor, and then yun nga the work that you do with actor. Hingi lang sana ako ng update. Like I know that you've made another movie with Charo, tama ba? Pakwento naman
Yes.
nun, and other film projects.
So natapos yun last year and hopefully maipalabas siya sa ngayong taong 2025. It was such a great experience. Grabe, ibang klase. makasama lang sa isang kwarto ang isang Charo Santos, much more, 'di ba, makasama siya sa isang pelikula. So iba-ibang experience para sa akin 'yon. Something that I will be forever grateful for. And syempre, pagdating naman sa ibang movies na nasa may mga nakapila naman, but of course syempre hangga't magsimula yon, yun talaga yung masasabi nating nag-uumpisa na.
Reveal natin konti, Dong. Well, Chara really wanted the film to be at the Metro Manila Film Fest. Pero ang hirap sa'yo kasi talaga napagdaanan mo yung 10th anniversary, di ba? Na yung rewind, yung ang commitment ninyo sa pagpo-promote, tapos 10th anniversary niyo ni Marian, and you made the resolution talaga na pass muna this year.
That's right.
How painful a decision was that?
Hi, I'm Joelle, and I'm back. Did you miss me? I wouldn't call this a season 2, but rather just another era with more lessons, realizations, and thoughts from all the overthinking. And it's not just gonna be me this time. We'll have special guests, other POVs, para mas marami pa tayong masagot na paano kungs ng buhay to hopefully help you find the answers you're looking for. Tara, this is Joelle's podcast, Paano Kung.
Mahirap na decision yon. And tama nga kasi nung time na yon parang wala pa yatang, nung sa first announcement ng first 4 ba or first 5, syempre wala pang romance doon, drama romance, sa amin pasok na pasok kung sakali man dahil para may variety, di ba? Pero tama, yun kasi talaga yung naging dahilan. Kaya syempre yun yung naging naging commitment dun sa aking pamilya. And sabi ko naman may panahon talaga para sa lahat, di ba? And I think there's a greater plan for that film.
So
That's what I believe.
Does that mean na wala munang MMFF films for you in the coming editions?
Pwede na.
Hindi naman.
Nakakapagod.
Hindi naman. No. Definitely not. Parang dati, di ba, meron akong sunod-sunod na 3 taon, tas pahinga. So, lahat naman yan. Depende rin talaga sa kung ano ang depende sa tadhana, depende sa opportunity, and higit sa lahat, depende sa storya. Yun naman talaga yun. Kailangan talaga parang buong-buo yung alam mong may magic ang isang kwento for a film festival, especially for the Metro Manila Film Festival, na para sa mararamdaman mo yun kung dapat mo ba siyang gawin sa oras na yan o hindi.
Sa bagay. Pero we spoke with chair artists recently. Tapos parang inaaral din nila yung kung magkakaroon ba ng Summer Film Festival. Anong thoughts mo naman sa Summer Film Festival?
I don't know yet. Parang hindi ko pa matansya. Ano bang nangyari nung mga past? I think siguro we can base it on the past Summer Film Festivals.
I-orient mo
kung naging okay ba. Kasi parang ang pinanggagalingan natin ngayon ay okay, sige, alam natin lumalabas yung tao pag tuwing December for the Metro Manila Film Festival. But ang first quarter, the past years, at least 2-3 years, nakikita natin na parang medyo baka lahat ng tao, naubos na lahat ng pampanood namin ng oras, tsaka, di ba, tsaka gagastusin dun sa December. So first quarter, baka wala. Yung summer, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But whatever it is, I hope that there will be more opportunities for, or more opportunities ng mga ganitong klaseng efforts, di ba, ng government, ng communities to really get together and promote films, whatever it is, summer man yan o palakasin yung Metro Manila Film Festival, palawakin, kung ano man yun. I am really for the strengthening of these festivals para syempre mas maraming makapanood, mas maraming makapag-produce, makapagpakita ng magagandang pelikula.
Ayun, di ba? Okay. Jump naman tayo dun sa speaking of effort. Kasi ang dami kong nakikita na postings about actor. Busy kayo dun. Ano naman, i-update mo naman kami. Kasi recently parang nag-post din si Tito Pip na may pictorial siya. What was that about? Yun.
Hey.
Grabe. Ang 2025 ay magiging very busy. 2025 will be very hectic and big for Aktor dahil dito namin ilo-launch yung isang aming pinakamalaking project to date. At ito ay ang project database ng Aktor, among many others.
Yes.
So, ngayon kasi magfo-focus kami sa 3 pillars ng pagiging isang proud actor kasi yun yung aming vision. We want all actors to be proud actors. And when you say proud actor ka, paragon ka ng professionalism, isa kang nation builder, you're a community champion, di ba? And syempre, kailangan ma-strengthen yung itong mga pillars na ito through programs. So, one, of course, nandyan yung welfare. Diba? Palalakasin namin yung welfare program ng Aktor in collaboration with the MOEL Fund and of course with PhilHealth. Kasi yung consulta program is something that we all have to look into. Dahil ito libre ito na makukuha natin and not so many people know about this yet. So if you are part of the organization ng Aktor, kami na mag-administer ng lahat na ito para sa iyo at yung benefits of right now it's 1,700 pesos per person per year, ma-administer namin through the organization, di ba, para makuha mo yung benepisyo ito. Among many others, like meron ding HMO package na hindi natin nakukuha because we are not employed, di ba? Tayo ay freelance workers. So yung mga ganitong bagay ay naibibigay namin sa ating members, if not free, at a very minimal cost. So that's it for welfare. And then sa education, that's really something that we will also push. Si Ma'am Charo being one of our board of advisors, itong isa sa mga advocacy talaga niya, palakasin ang education component ng Aktor. Kasi syempre, if you want to be a proud actor, you have to be a proud professional also and a proud performer. So doon pumapasok yung pagiging proud kapag may alam kang bago na hindi lang about acting, which we will also offer, syempre, yung strengthening yung aming skills through workshops, pero mag-o-offer din ng mga ibang modules like siguro like philosophy. Yung chairman ng aming committee ay si Sir Ron Capinding, currently assistant principal ng Ateneo High School. Siya yung gagawa ng curriculum. So it's really parang upskilling the actor. Yun talaga yung aming goal. At sa mga hindi nakapagtapos ng college, we are in talks with a certain institution na pwedeng ituloy ang kanilang ETIA program para magkaroon sila ng degree. Kasi although alam natin in the advent of the internet, di ba, parang minsan parang hindi na kailangan yan. TikTok University na lang natin yan. Hindi ako believer dyan. Pa rin ako sa institutions. So kaya yun isa sa mga bagay na pinupush namin. And finally, yung Aktor database. Si Aktor database, ang vision namin dyan ay ito ang magiging calling card ng bawat aktor sa buong mundo. Dahil siyempre, globalized na lahat, di ba, sa pagdating ng exposure ng actors, ng performers, ganun din ang opportunities. Di ba? Suddenly, nakakast na tayo sa iba't ibang streaming platforms at pelikula. So gusto nating palawakin yon. So yung Aktor database will serve as your global calling card, and yung actor mismo, siya yung magiging architect ng kanyang page. It will be like the LinkedIn. Para siyang LinkedIn ng bawat actor. And the goal is to onboard all the working actors in the Philippines. Not just here in Metro Manila, but also regionally. And this will be in collaboration with the existing studios and management agencies. Halimbawa, kung meron na si Star Magic or si Sparkle, lahat ng ito ay agnostic. So kumbaga it is here to support and even strengthen the existing platforms that they have. Dito makikita nila yung demo reel ng actor. And to answer your question, Marinel, kaya nakita mo si Tito Pip kasi we recently concluded our third batch of project headshots. So isa siyang session kung saan may isang professional photographer na kukuha ng headshot ng bawat artista. Kasi talking about a calling card, ito talaga ang calling card ng bawat aktor, yung kanilang set card na tinatawag. And the set card should have your headshot in front of it. 'di ba? At kailangan talagang standard yung lighting, standard yung quality. Syempre, world-class quality. Yun yung
Galing.
inaalok namin ngayon.
Galing.
So this project is led by Richie Chan. Si Richie Chan ang project head namin dito. At nakatapos na kami ng 100 plus yata kami. At itong taon, magkakaroon pa ng series of pictorials. Dahil syempre,
So
again, gusto
parang
natin
madugo siya
uniform.
dahil pati sa regions pala, no?
Yes. So ino-open na rin namin yung membership, kaya we will also launch our website in March para yung onboarding nun ay lahat digital na, pati yung kanilang membership. Gusto nila makita yung status nila. Everything will be in the website. It will all be digital para wala na yung mga membership card. Kailan na lang, tingnan mo na lang dyan, di ba? So, yeah, I'm just very excited about the things that are happening for
Yeah,
Actors.
you seem like you are very, very excited. Meron ba tong parang, kasi yung, grabe din yung mga ideas ninyo, meron ba kayong parang peg or kinokopyahan na ibang companies abroad or ano? Where are
Alam mo,
all these ideas coming from?
sa totoo, wala eh.
Manila.
Oo, hindi, ito,
Galing.
siyempre, ako, gusto kong bigyan din ng highlight yung lahat ng members na nagko-contribute sa ideas, sa lahat ng nangyayari. And lahat to ay collaborative effort talaga ng lahat ng miyembro, ng Board of Directors, Execom, at pati ng aming Board of Advisors. In fact, kausap ko sabi ko nga si Ma'am Charo, yun yung ina-advocate niya. Si Tito Pip, may ina-advocate din siya, at siyempre sinasabi niya, we really have to professionalize everything. Kailangan nating siguruhin na, kapag member ka dito, talagang nagtatrabaho ka, di ba? Hindi yung basta hindi ka pala talaga actor, parang, di ba? Kailangan talaga actor ka, di ba? So we have to really strengthen our screening mechanisms. So that's one. So sabi nga niya, tapos ano pa ba yung pwede natin gawin? Kailangan, syempre, bilang actor ka, yung skill set mo kailangan i-improve. So let's really engage in workshops. Si Brother Bo naman, si Christopher De Leon, sinasabi niya, lahat ng experience niya before in the Actors Guild, lahat sinishare niya sa amin because I think he was also once part of one of the important programs of the Actors Guild na i-implement din namin dito. At yun ay part din ng mga workshops. So lahat ng mga lahat ng suggestions nila, very grateful. Si Ate V, very, very vocal about the sustainability part of the organization. Kailangan gina-guide niya kung paano maging sustainable. And lahat ng members, anyone who has an idea, open sila na magbato. And then we will create a team that will support that idea. Pero syempre, dapat in line siya with the kasi meron kami 3-year development plan. So
Okay.
kailangan align siya dito para hindi sa sabog, 'di ba? Dito lang isang direction lang tayo pupunta.
Galing.
Okay, last na lang, hindi ba siya yung parang, kasi if you form a group, ang tendency parang nagiging exclusive. Conscious ka ba dun sa ganong ano? Kasi baka sometimes yung mga ibang umaarte din naman, hindi makasama, like that.
No, isipin mo kasi with project database, ito ang aming paraan para sabihin na no, this is for everybody. In fact, we want everybody
Right.
to be covered. Because kung hindi lahat mapasama dito, or at least the majority of the thousands of actors that we have right now, then failure to para sa amin. So ang goal namin is to get at least a majority, because para sa amin, we really believe that this will really help all the actors in terms of representation and their yung kanilang digital footprint at digital presence. Kasi hindi lahat ay parte. Ito to na-realize ko while of course exploring the landscape and the whole parang universe ng mga actors. Hindi naman lahat ay may manager. Hindi lahat ay kabilang sa isang malaking institution na pwedeng mag-hone at mag-develop at mag-promote. But I want to emphasize that we are not a talent agency. We do not manage. We do not manage. We collaborate with managers. In fact, kung yari sa database, kapag nandun sila at gustong i-contact ang aktor na ito, immediately ang call to action doon ay contact the manager. That's it. And we don't earn from it. It's not something that we will monetize. Hindi siya. So ang goal lang talaga is yung to have that digital representation, not just in the Philippines but also in the global market.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you can
Dong,
see
for
the
everything
passion.
that you're doing with Actor. Noel,
You can see the passion in his eyes, no? Parang alam mo si Ding Dong.
totoo. Nag-light up yung mukha nung tinatanong na natin
Oy,
sa Actor.
This real legacy
Another
work
baby
for
kasi
him.
niya.
And we support him for that. And then si Bobby nga gusto nang maging aktor kahit magka-mayor. For all the
Pero-
welfare and all.
Oo. Pero alam nyo, parang interesting ni sinabi tama ni Marila yung pagiging exclusive. Kasi you have to start somewhere. When we prove this concept, pwede ma-replicate ito sa lahat ng organizations or guilds.
That's
'Di ba?
true.
Sabihin natin sa DOP. Lahat tayo kailangan natin ng profile na siyempre
Yeah.
pag sinabi mo kasi LinkedIn corporate 'di ba karamihan Pero pag sinabi mong sa industry natin wala pa. So we treat it like a startup. That's how we treat it.
Anyway, I won't ask my questions. I'll do a cliffhanger kasi we can't have enough of Dong. We'll talk about Actor and more efforts. Dong, the MIFF is coming up and I want to know your thoughts about it kasi yun nga parang ang ganda lang ng thoughts mo na if ever pupunta ka doon, it's linking with Hollywood. I know your efforts with FDCP, no? With stars and how to market projects and then do networking. And then we would like to talk about your military initiatives. Grabe, sa dami mong ginagawa, na ayun pa, yung serving the nation is part of it. Then, Natalie has this question about you being, considering your a Cinemalaya film, perhaps? Like Marian did in Balot. We're coming back to Ding Dong after this. We'll have another episode of him. Maraming salamat.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.